Good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Fed Day and PPI Day. So I will just look on the shorter time frames, dollar, gold, silver, uranium, the Nasdaq and so on, what happened when the Fed just came out and said that they are going to pause and then possibly hike later. I don't think so. But anyways, they have paused for now. So I think we'll just let's see what the markets did and what they are doing right now. It's only what is like 1.5 hour, 1 hour, sorry, into the release of the Fed minutes. So it's very violent still. To take this with a grain of salt. I just wanna do a video on it. So let's see. And please, as always, follow me on Twitter, YouTube. I highly appreciate every single follower. Let's have a look. See. Okay, let's start. Oop, not the URA. Anyways, let's see here. Okay, this is the 1 hourly. So right here, the PPI came out lower than what was expected. I can't remember the exact numbers. You have to check that for yourself. Sorry. But they came out lower, which is good. Yeah, well, the inflation came in lower for the producer price index. Very good. And the dollar basically dumped big time below some key levels. Gold and silver did some decent gains. And now we have, actually, I will do the 15 minutes. It's more detailed. Okay. As you can see here, the PPI came out rounding bottom until we came into the Fed minutes, and you can see the big spike here, and now it's retracing a bit. So what I'm looking at is obviously the bottom here, more or less this one here is obviously the low for the candle where the news came out, and then we have yeah the top a bit higher up. But anyways, I'm looking for these levels here. There it is, these two. What will happen? If we break further to the upside, then the dollar will gain some strength in the short term, getting below this candle. Let's call it the Fed candle. And the dollar will go further down, in my view. We are retracing quite a bit here, actually. So the dollar doesn't look good in the short term. As you can see, we also broke this one here, which is somewhat of a neckline. If you have a good imagination, at least I do. It's a bit of a complex head and shoulders. We are below now, and I think it is only a matter of time before we simply dribble further down into this golden trend line coming across from here. And then we will see a bounce, and then maybe we'll get the big break. I don't know. But for now, it's looking, the dollar is looking bearish. Again, we are just 1 hour into the releases. A lot of stuff can happen. You know, Powell can say one thing and then everything will reverse and so on. So take it as you may, right? Cool. Let's have a look at, where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Silver, one of my favorite plays. Right here, the PPI came out with it, which actually launched silver a bit higher, came in for a standstill until we had the Fed meetings, and then big dump while the while the dollar spiked. Silver dumped, and now we're retracing back up again, as you saw before. The dollar is coming down now, short term, and silver is coming up. So this is a big battle, which we will see for the rest of the evening and also into tomorrow's trading. Usually, the day after such big release is where the direction is being made. The day after, so watch for tomorrow. But silver is trying to regain, and hopefully we can take out this high here and to reclaim or to get back above the bearish flag here. But yeah, we will see. Short term, as you can see, this is very short term, by the way, 15 minutes. So take it as you may. But short term, it's bearish, right? Flag down, pole down, then flag, pole down, flag, pole down, flag. So for now, still bearish. Gold, quite similar. We have been in a one big range for a very long time. I think I need to go to the 1 hourly. Actually, maybe even further out, because as you can see here, we are having a rest, but we have also broken this one here. But we're not dropping down. That's quite good. Plus, we're holding this golden trend line, which is the weekly closes for gold. I think it is. Or is the daily? Excuse me. It's the weekly, yes. It's the weekly. So it's quite important to hold this week closes here. Otherwise, as you can see, if we dip below, let's say, if we get down here, then we have plenty of air. One big bubble, right, where we can basically fall quite heavily before we get some support, maybe down at 1800s. So we don't want to get into this air pocket here. We want to grind back up again for sure, and yeah, hopefully we can gain some momentum. But right now it's very squeezy here, as you can see. So gold is fighting for its short-term life here. Again, long-term, I have no doubt that we will go way higher, but yeah, we're looking at the 1 hourly. So, oh, this is the daily, but anyways. Again, oil didn't react to any of the, more or less any of the, both the PPI or the inflation. As you can see, we're still in one big downtrend. We have the blue neckline coming here. And yeah, basically, as long as we are in this zone here, nothing happens. As a bear, you want to see this break, the blue one, break at around 65-ish. Or if you're a bull, you want to. Oh, this one doesn't line up. You can do like this. If you're a bull, obviously you want to break above roughly 75 right now, and then you have the big 82 level here, which for a long period of time has been my bull bear level. But for now, we need to clear 75. Bitcoin, what did Bitcoin do during all these major news? As you can see here, PPI came down, actually Bitcoin popped and then retraced. And right now it's also actually having one big red candle here that it is trying to get back above. But Bitcoin, yeah, didn't react that much to the news, both the FOMC and the dollar and the PPI, excuse me. It has been in one big range for 4 days. Nothing much to do long term. We can have a look. This is what it looks like long term. You want to hold 25,300. If not, again, look at this massive air gap here. You have the head and shoulders target down here, and yeah, you obviously as a bull you want to break to the upside here to gain momentum again. So in this space right here, it's just noise. Don't think about it. The 2 year rates has actually been on. It fooled me actually, which I also wrote on Twitter. This breakdown here I thought was the start of a bigger move, but then it shot right back up again, and we retested the high, as you can see here, and now we pop back down again, and we have. Let me just zoom in for you guys, you can see it better. And then we had obviously the FOMC spike here. But if the dollar cannot hold, if the dollar will go down again during the day, my take is that the rates also will come down, because then maybe all the algos and the people have had the time to read their statement, and yeah. So, and then we have the Nasdaq. As you can see, big pop down here and then reversal. Actually, we have taken out the FOMC candle here. So yeah, again, this big run up, as you can see here, in my view, I mean, I will never be buying anything that has been on this big of a run here. Up, that's absolutely insane, right? Up 41% in let's call it half a year. I mean, if anything, you want to look for shorts at these levels. You can also see some big levels coming up over here. And yeah, I'm almost 100% sure. Of course, I'm not, but we will see some sort of retrace very soon. Very soon, actually. We can't overlay the fib to see where our levels are, and usually you go down to this level here, the 0.618, or maybe even halfway. So yeah. Sorry, I had to pause. Anyways, I'm just waiting for a pullback here. You can clearly see that we are going just almost vertical. I mean, this is not sustainable. Everyone is bullish. We will see a retrace very soon, very, very soon. And I'm not calling for a flush down, of course, or a big crash, but I'm calling for a retrace in the short term into over the summers here. So similar to the SP500. Again, we are popping big time. Actually, the SP500 looks a bit better, but still this move here, I'm always waiting for some sort of pullback. Could be all the way down to the red zone, where we have recently broken out of. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a retrace down to here. Yeah, and now URA. As you know, I have been trying to show what I'm looking at for both on Twitter and on YouTube here for the past week or two. So let's dive into the uranium and let's see. Quick retake for the new people here. We have my favorite golden trend line. I know many people are probably tired of me saying that. We have the golden trend line coming down. Then we have the internal biggish resistance here at 22. As you can see, we have all the touches here, and we finally broke the 22 at the same time that we broke the golden trend line. Very, very important. And if you go back a video or two, you can see that I'm hoping that we will get a retrace or a back test of this breakout level at 22 and the golden trend line. And we are getting that today. And I want to zoom in here just to show you, this is the 15 minutes, very short term, very noisy, but this was what I sketched for the past 2 days after the breakout, gap up, and then we retraced. And then I saw this parallel channel form while we came down into the backtest. And I actually thought that this pop here was the completion. But then we obviously had the FOMC coming out, and we have tagged the 22 more or less to perfection. I'm not calling the backtest to be successful or anything, but I'm saying that we have tagged my 22 level and the golden trend line and this green short-term support that is coming up, and we are now breaking out of this channel. Very bullish short term, obviously. But in order to say that the backtest is successful and that we are with very high probabilities going higher, we need to take out the pivot high that we made during the breakout. We have the breakout here, the retrace, and then we want to see a close or getting above this 23.25 level. So right now, it's all according to what I thought would happen. Again, I'm just, when I get these things right, and it's not always that I do, but when I do to such a degree right, at least for now, it's very pleasing for me. But let's see. I mean, we can still chop up here and then start to roll over. And then all this crap here that I just said is just was incorrect, right? So we still need to look out. And right now, anything from 22 up to this point here is more or less noise. So I think we will need, what is it today? I think we'll need this week to get up to the level here if we are lucky, and then next week we can maybe have a peak above, or see how we react when we get to that level. So for now, my take is I like it, but we will have to see. Again, this is the 15 minutes, very noisy, very choppy, very what's it called? Violent. We'll call it violent. Anyways, okay, that's just my take quickly here on what happened during the FOMC and the PPI. This is a shorter term time frame. If you like it, let me know. If not, also let me know. I know most people want to have the longer term views, like a year or 2 or 10. But yeah, I just decided to make this video just for you guys, or for So let's see. Let's see how it goes for the remaining of the week, and hopefully we can take out this high here within 2 to 5 trading days. So stay safe, and we will keep in touch. Cheers.